Oh, how blessed I feel to wake up on this Wednesday morning and get to watch Peak, play Peak, and see more Peak getting made. Sonic S Generations, Sparking Zero, and of course, Rezero. I am in bliss. I am in straight up harmony, and I feel like Sigma from Overwatch because the universe is singing to me! I am in the most tranquil state I've ever been in. My life is pristine, absolutely perfect, because when I get to see things like this, when I get to see, let me just get straight into it. In this episode, we get to see Subaru die faster than we've ever seen him die before. He actually speed blitzes it. In good Rezero fashion, he returns by death. But then he pulls out the stupidest card that he ever could pull out of his deck and rushes the Sin Archbishop alone? Maybe him becoming Emilia's one true knight boosted his ego a little too much for him to handle, because obviously he dies, but she gets to explain how her power actually worked. I'm not sure if it's called a power. It's called something else. I know it's not called a power. Let me know what it's called in the comments. I'm starting to draw a blank here. But anyways, after Subaru gets that Sayori treatment, I have to give credit to where credit is due. I thought since Reinhardt was here, he was gonna be the trump card to all trump cards. Of Reinhardt's here, we can't lose. That's literally what that means. You can't possibly tell me that we lose if Gojo's here. Gojo Satoru with red hair is here. How do we lose? But even he takes an L this episode. I don't understand how we could ever win. I mean, the fact that Reinhardt lost, and Beatrice said in this episode, she flat out said, yeah, me and Reinhardt can't fight at the same time because he's built different. I truly don't know how Reinhardt loses. So like I said earlier, this Archbishop actually explains their quote unquote power, and it makes someone else feel their pain or the pain of others, or just the sensation that others feel, but times 10. Kind of like the plot of Kiss Naivers, but on steroids. So here's the problem. Now we have to create a plan, or at least Subaru has to create a plan that doesn't involve Satoru Gojo. I mean Reinhardt. And he's had to do that in a sanctuary, but it's even more mind-boggling here, because if it's a problem that even Reinhardt can't handle, who the fuck are we to think that we can handle some shit like this? It almost seems impossible until Emilia gives a speech of the year to Subaru about fighting together. In her own words, if you fight, I fight. I kind of like that. She's a ride or die. That's the real deal stepper. And speaking of Emilia, the way that she stands on business this episode should get her own Grammy, her own award. She saw the Archbishop, no hesitation, no words, no talk, just ice cold, ice block, and she was gone. Well, at least you would think that she was gone, but she popped out of that just like a weasel. Just like, I can't believe that wasn't like an instant death and it just didn't wipe out the whole crowd, and that was the ending of that. Because the way that she bursts out of this and hops down like Superman, or more so Spider-Man, it's kind of crazy, bro. It makes you feel like a cockroach that you spray a million times, but it feels like it has super armor. You step on it and somehow it pushes your foot off of it and just like stands and looks at you like All Might. Like she feels like a cockroach. She feels like you kill her, then everybody dies. You don't kill her and everybody still dies. It's a lose-lose with me. And I feel like that's how they really wanted her to feel. Even though all of that stuff is happening with her though, it's all right, because Emilia has apparently been training to be the next Black Widow. You see these moves, bro? You would think Subaru was the princess that she had to protect. But as you know, Emilia doesn't always win her 1v1. She normally wins the 2v1s, but you know, it's a 1v1 here, so she gets smacked. And before she could die in a pit of fire, Regulus actually saves her life. And he says that she is going to be forcibly or not forcibly his 79th wife. I truly don't know what to think. Obviously, I think this episode is a 10 out of 10, especially since that opening came in this. That was a 10 out of 10. The ending, I feel like, should have been the opening. I may be the only person in that. Both songs, opening and ending, are great, but that ending should have been the opening. I feel like Reinhardt picking up Subaru and all of the other stuff that happened with that should have been the opening. But that's besides the point. Both of them are great. Both of them are 10 out of 10 as well. It really sets up the fact that it will be no talking. Emilia really set up the fact that it won't be a lot of talking in this arc. If there's danger, kill on sight. I respect Emilia a lot more. Subaru said, "There's the threat." She said, "Ahuma," like that was the best part of this episode, hands down. And the fact that Beatrice wasn't the person to do it, and Emilia, and even when she did it, when she was like, was that too much? Was that not what I was supposed to do? And Subaru was like, nah, you did what you were supposed to do. It's really cool to see that dynamic between Emilia and Subaru, but it's even cooler to see like she's not with that bull. She's been through enough. Hey, I saw him hop out the whip and with bombs in his hand. I've been through trials and tribulations in the sanctuary. I'm not dealing with another witch cultist. Die! Like I really love that about Emilia. That shows her growth. That shows Subaru's growth to try to go fight this all by himself. He must have been doing some elite training for him to go try to fight an archbishop that mind controlled him by his lonely. That it's something in there that makes it feel like stupidity, but it's also something in there that makes it feel like relatability. Because if I can go solve the problem on my own, it's definitely not healthy to think like that. But if I can go solve the problem on my own, why not? Why can't I go solve this problem on my own? The fear that Sirius was able to install in us, bro, because I don't feel like it would just hit Subaru. I feel like the fear she installed in them hit me too. When Reinhardt lost, the fear that Subaru felt when he knew it's too easy. This is way too easy. Why is everybody spamming kill her? Why do I feel some sort of sympathy? You know, why do I feel the way that I feel? And when it happens, when everything goes how it goes, it just makes you feel like we're fucked. You know, it makes you feel like there's no way that we could possibly win this. There's no way that we could possibly overcome this. There's no way that we ultimately triumph in all of this. And especially when Emilia gets kidnapped, it makes that drive even harder into you, because we've seen outcomes to where it saves and it's not exactly a great point. You know, sometimes he saves and he's cross-legged, got Felix kissing on his neck, but at the same time, it ain't always like that. This could be a save point, and you do not want somebody to die that is useful, you know? You don't want somebody to die that we need, you know? It's like, I don't know. In Subaru's shoes, I just got my hair in my eye and it hurt really badly. In Subaru's shoes, man, this doesn't look like it's gonna be easy for any other parties involved. It doesn't look like it's gonna be easy for anybody in that sort. And I am truly, really excited to see what this third episode is gonna bring. I don't know how to feel in a way, because when I look at stuff like this, it's jarring. Yeah, the deaths in this were jarring. I mean, that's classic Rezero, you know? I didn't expect to see him hanging off of a thing with chains, though. That, if I said I saw that coming, I'd be lying. And the only way I could see that coming is if I saw the light novel. And I'm not even sure most light novel, like everybody that I've known and has talked about the light novel, has said they didn't even know what was going on. They don't know what she was talking about. They don't know some of the stuff in here. It just was really confusing to them. And now that they get to see it, it's like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And they had to figure it out later down the line if they weren't already confused at that point. I'm excited to see episode 3. This episode was very, very jarring, I'd say. I loved it, but it was very jarring. I'm not a bitch though, so and seeing gory things like this is not nothing to me. I just wasn't expecting a lot of it. I wasn't expecting Reinhardt to lose and slice off her body with his hand. I wasn't expecting to see Subaru get the Sayori treatment. I wasn't expecting to see Emilia make all those cute sounds and do all of the things that she did in this episode, and to be like a real stepper in this episode. And I wasn't expecting to see Regulus take her off like a prince from Disney. So Hey, at the end of the day, 10 out of 10 episode. I hope you guys are enjoying Rezero as much as I'm enjoying Rezero, and I can't wait to see episode 3. I'm super excited to see what they have in store for us with the rest of the episodes in this arc, and the next time that this show comes back out, the second quarter in 2025. I don't know how I'm going to react to anything, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and hit the little bell just to show me some extra love. And other than that, I have nothing else to say, but thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry for having my eyes closed when I'm yapping and having my eyes closed like that. I'm sorry for that. It's a habit. I don't know why I do that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and peace.